I am Venki, a working professional in IT as well as an amateur masters athlete and a coach for endurance sports. You are listening to the Working Athlete podcast. Here, I talk to working athletes from all walks of life and experts from various sports to provide you with inspiration, training tips, and lifestyle advice. If this is something that interests you, I have a small request from you. Please subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. You can also let me know what you like and what you would like to listen to more of by commenting in the comment section on YouTube. I promise to do my best to improve with each episode and bring you the best content that helps you and me get better each day. This episode is brought to you by the Bike Affair. If you are in search of a one-stop destination that caters to all your cycling needs, our today's sponsor, the Bike Affair, is the perfect place to check out. I have known the founders of the Bike Affair, Krish and Gokul, personally for nearly 15 years now. In fact, my first century ride was with Krish back in 2008. They are both exceptional human beings and entrepreneurs that believe in providing exceptional service to their customers. And it shows. With over 14 years of experience, the Bike Affair has established itself as a trusted source offering honest advice and exceptional service. They are offering a special treat for the listeners of this podcast. You can enjoy a 10% discount on your first order by using the code BikeyVenki on their website. So if you are in Hyderabad, visit their store in Kondapur, or if you are anywhere else in India, shop online by using the link thebikeaffair.com. I will leave the link in the show notes. Now, enjoy the podcast. In this episode, we are going to talk about nutritional supplements. What nutritional supplements are effective, what nutritional supplements are not very effective. We are going to refer to the same nutritional study paper that we discussed last week. We are going to review that for nutritional supplements in this episode. In the last episode, we talked about nutrition and hydration and what are the various components of nutrition and hydration. So in this episode, we are going to talk about nutritional supplements. A lot of us wonder about what nutritional supplements help us. Okay, there is this section in this paper that I'm going to read through and give you my interpretation. So bear with me as I read through the parts of it. It can be a little technical, but here we go. The section in this paper, in this research paper, is titled Ergogenic Aids and Nutritional Supplements. Ergogenic aid is any substance or technique used to enhance athletic performance. These aids range from the use of accepted techniques such as carbohydrate loading and supplements to illegal supplements like anabolic steroids. Many athletes use ergogenic aids with hopes of gaining a competitive edge. Ergogenic aids sold as dietary supplements aim to increase exercise performance by decreasing fatigue, improving recovery, modulating the inflammatory response, reducing oxidative stress, supporting immune function, reducing perceived exertion and pain, improving muscle force production, increasing cellular energy production. All these are what we kind of expect from nutritional supplements. So this paper talks about what are various supplements in the market, how effective are various nutritional products that are available in the market. Basically, to kind of summarize, if I have to give a one-liner, not many supplements in the market are very effective. Very few supplements are effective, and we will go through those. To give you a spoiler, creatine, sodium bicarbonate, and caffeine have been proven benefits. Rest of them kind of benefit in various ways, but not very significantly. Let us go through each of them. What this paper says is the growing prevalence of athletes using nutritional supplements and ergogenic aids has raised concerns among health and sports authorities. A significant number of these supplements and aids have been found to be contaminated with harmful
or banned substances. Such contamination could pose a risk to health of the athletes or lead to competition bans if the products contain prohibited doping substances. While the utilization of nutritional supplements and ergogenic aids is common among athletes ranging from recreational to elite levels, only a select few ergogenic aids such as creatine, sodium bicarbonate, and caffeine have been proven to enhance sports performance. There are a lot of supplements out there, but we need to make sure that only the supplements that are marked safe for sport need to be used. Otherwise, if you use them and you go through a doping control and you find that the supplement you used has some prohibited substances, you could be in trouble. This applies especially for people who are participating at state level and national level sports. And coming back to the paper, dietary supplements play a crucial role in building muscle, boosting the immune system, and providing fuel to enhance training or athletic performance. Elite athletes often utilize performance enhancing agents, with many considering supplements to be an essential component of sports success. A Canadian study revealed that 87% of elite male and female athletes used supplements regularly, while another study conducted in Canada found that 98% of young athletes between age of 11 and 25 use supplements on a regular or intermittent basis. It is clear that lot of us use supplements. So that is why it is all the more important to make sure that the supplements we are consuming are safe to use. They do not have any contamination of various dangerous substances that are harmful for our health. It is very important to choose your supplements and from where those supplements are coming. Okay, in this section we will discuss the effectiveness of most widely used supplements for improving physical performance. So this paper kind of discuss not just these three proven supplements, which is creatine, sodium bicarbonate, and caffeine, which have proven nutritional benefits. Apart from these, it has discussed other substances as well, but I will start with these three and look at how effective they are. Okay, let's start with creatine. Creatine stands out as the most frequently used and scientifically backed ergogenic aid. It holds a preferred status over other supplements due to its proven ability to increase power, enhance muscular strength, and promote an increase in fat-free mass, ultimately improving exercise and sports performance. Recent studies highlight that creatine supplementation with doses ranging from zero point 0.3 grams per kilo per day for 3 to 5 days or 20 grams per day for 5 to 7 days without interruption results in a rapid increase in intramuscular creatine, providing ergogenic advantages. So they have nicely provided the needed dosage as well for effectiveness. 0.3 grams per kg per day for 3 to 5 days or 20 grams per day for 5 to 7 days is known to show significant benefits. Additionally, creatine supplements have shown accelerated recovery from injury and muscle damage. Notably, a study demonstrated that introducing a preload at 0.3 grams per kg body weight and a post-maintenance protocol at 0.1 gram per kg body weight after a vigorous eccentric resistance training session in young men led to reduced muscle damage and strength loss. Another study documented a substantial reduction in oxidative stress and an increase in athletic performance in male athletes who took creatine monohydrate 20 grams per day after 7 days. Previous research also suggests that creatine supplements can mitigate muscle damage resulting from prolonged and intense exercise sessions. Notably, performance improvement was observed in individuals following a creatine supplementation program, particularly in conjunction with resistance training. This effect was particularly pronounced in individuals without a history of prior training, defined as those engaging in exercise less than 3 hours per week. So basically, it says it helps muscle damage and repair. It helps in your ability to do prolonged and intense exercise sessions. Also, it tells that it is more effective in untrained athletes, those who kind of engage in exercises less than 3 hours per week. Although it is beneficial for more experienced athletes, it is shown to be more effective in untrained athletes. Currently, scientific literature strongly supports the utilization of creatine supplementation for boosting performance in short duration, high intensity resistance training, demonstrating a distinct influence on lean body mass. Nevertheless, it remains unclear whether these effects of creatine supplementation translate to enhanced athletic performance. So this is also important to know. For every one of us, we look for lean, fat-free muscle. It is beneficial for cycling, weightlifting, or all the sports basically. Lean muscle mass is what we look for, and creatine is shown to provide just that, lean fat free mass. But it also comes with a caveat saying that there is not enough research to show how it translates to athletic performance. To kind of summarize, creatine supplementation increases your ability to regenerate adenosine triphosphate, ATP, the energy currency for the cell, allowing you to lift heavier for more repetitions before fatiguing. Creatine loading is most common supplementation strategy. It involves taking 5 grams 4 to 5 times daily for 5 to 7 days in the loading phase, followed by 5 grams daily in the maintenance phase. About 20 grams per day for 5 to 7 days, and then 5 grams daily in the maintenance phase. Alternately, you can skip the loading phase and supplement with 5 grams maintenance dose, but this method, while just as effective, takes about 4 times longer to experience the creatine's effects. So that is very clear. The loading phase seems to be speeding up the benefits. All right, we talked about the benefits of creatine. We also talked about the load, what is suggested to be effective. Okay, now let us come to another proven supplement, which is caffeine. World basically runs on caffeine, and most of our energy gels are laced with caffeine. So the caffeine is something that we always tend to use. The runners and cyclists, it is the most used supplement. Caffeine is a natural derivative stimulant, is associated with several proposed ergogenic effects. Known for its stimulating properties, caffeine not only improves performance but also increases the release of neurotransmitters, enhances intellectual ability, and boosts energy expenditure. Studies indicate that caffeine serves as a potent ergogenic aid for both aerobic and anaerobic training, particularly benefiting endurance activities like cycling and running. So that is music to all of our ears, right? Research suggests that consuming 2 to 5 milligrams per kg of caffeine before engaging in performance based activities can significantly enhance sports performance. Another study demonstrated an approximate 3.2% improvement in athletic performance with similar doses of caffeine. It has been observed that moderate doses of caffeine ranging from 3 to 6 milligrams per kg are effective in improving sports performance, while high doses more than 9 milligrams per kg do not show any additional benefits. So the range from 3 to 6 milligrams per kg of body weight seems to be ideal. If something is good for us in smaller doses, it doesn't mean that more of it is better for us. So caffeine is one such example. We talked about the dosage, but why is caffeine effective? So the paper talks about that. Several proposed mechanisms aim to explain the impact of caffeine supplements on athletic performance, focusing on their effects on endurance, muscle contraction, and perceived exertion. The primary mechanism involves caffeine's action within the central nervous system, where it competes with adenosine for its receptors, mitigating the adverse effects of adenosine on neurotransmission, arousal, and pain perception. Additionally, the analgesic effects of caffeine reduces the perception of pain and effort during exercise, potentially serving as an additional mechanism, especially in exercises inducing discomfort. Consequently, reduced pain perception may contribute to sustained or increased motor unit firing rates, facilitating greater force production. Basically, it kind of dulls down our pain perception so that there is a less pain perception and perceived exertion, so we are able to produce more power. That is how caffeine works. The recommended dosage of 2 to 5 milligrams aligns with the existing literature, emphasizing the importance of optimal caffeine intake for maximizing benefits. The observation that high doses do not yield additional advantages suggests a dose response relationship, emphasizing the need for moderation in caffeine consumption. The recommended dosage per kg is what you got to keep in mind, because higher dosages of caffeine do not enhance performance further and are more likely to lead to negative side effects, including nausea, anxiety, insomnia, and restlessness. And one thing that they did not mention is also high doses of caffeine can be dehydrating. You tend to sweat more. This is especially true for people who are very sensitive to caffeine, like me. I tend to react very extremely with the caffeine, and I tend to sweat a lot more than usual. While it is very, very useful, it has side effects, so don't overdo it. All right, so we talked about creatine, we talked about caffeine. Let us talk about sodium bicarbonate. Better known as baking soda, sodium bicarbonate acts as an extracellular buffer for balancing pH levels. Sodium bicarbonate supplementation helps delay muscle fatigue, allowing you to exercise longer and harder. Okay, they kind of mention the dosage and the timing of sodium bicarbonate. An effective dosage is 0.2 to 0.4 grams per kilo of body weight, 60 to 150 minutes before exercise. Sodium bicarbonate is known to cause digestive distress, which can be minimized by taking it with a carbohydrate rich meal or using sodium citrate as an alternative. While this is also very beneficial by delaying muscle fatigue and allowing you to exercise longer, it also has side effects because it can cause digestive distress. It can upset your tummy basically. Sodium bicarbonate, a simple baking soda, can be very helpful for exercise performance, but the dosage needs to be very carefully managed because it can cause digestive distress. So 0.2 to 0.4 grams per kg of body weight, 60 to 150 minutes before exercise tends to be beneficial. So those are the top three ones. And again, another one that I am particularly interested is in nitrate supplements. Nitrates are also tend to be very beneficial. Nitrate increases your body production of nitric acid, a molecule that relaxes the inner muscles of the blood vessels, causing them to widen and increase circulation. By increasing nitric oxide, nitrate supplementation increases ability for the muscle to contract, reduces the energy cost of muscle force production, increases blood flow to working muscles, and enhances mitochondrial respiration. These benefits are seen within 2 to 3 hours of supplementing with 310 to 560 milligrams of nitrate, though performance benefits are harder to obtain for highly trained athletes. So again, the lot of these benefits seem to be for less trained athletes. Even with nitrates are typically found in beet supplements. Other supplements like arginine and citrulline can also increase nitric oxide levels, offering similar ergogenic effects as nitrate. So these are four top supplements for me: creatine, caffeine, sodium bicarbonate, and nitrate. These are the top beneficial nutritional supplements that have shown benefits in research. So we talked about top four supplements. Now let us talk about a few more that are discussed in the paper. One of them is beta alanine. Beta alanine is an essential amino acid naturally produced in the body, increases muscle carnosine concentrations when taken as a supplement. Elevated muscle carnosine levels enhance buffering capacity, reducing lactic acid buildup during high intensity exercise, which can improve performance in sprints and short distances by mitigating fatigue. A systematic review of 19 randomized control studies has confirmed that beta alanine supplements enhance performance in short, high intensity activities. Analyzing 15 studies revealed an average performance improvement of 2.85%, translating to a 6-second enhancement over a 4-minute event. Notably, runners who took beta alanine supplements for 28 days in an Australian study significantly improved their 800-meter race times. In a United Kingdom study, amateur boxers received 6 grams of beta alanine per day for 4 weeks, experienced a 20-fold increase in punch force and 4-fold increase in punch frequency. Many studies utilize daily doses of 3.2 to 6.4 grams for 6 to 10 weeks. However, optimal results seem to be achievable approximately with 3 grams per day for 6 weeks, followed by a maintenance dose of 1.2 grams per day. Beta alanine supplementation has demonstrated efficacy in enhancing performance in short, high intensity activities through increased muscle carnosine levels. The systematic review and specific studies provide robust evidence of its positive impact on various athletic parameters. The recommended dosage strategy underscores the significance of both the initial loading phase and the subsequent maintenance phase for optimal results. Athletes and individuals involved in high intensity activities may consider beta alanine supplementation as part of their performance enhancing strategy. So this is particularly proven to be effective for short and intense exercises. The studies have shown benefits in 4-minute type of efforts, 4-minute intense efforts. This can be the individual pursuit on track. It can be 800-meter kind of running events. This beta alanine seems to be helping for short duration intense efforts, and you tend to find this beta alanine in some gels that we tend to use, but the recommended dosage seems to be approximately 3 grams per day for 6 weeks as 4 into 800 mg per day, followed by a maintenance dosage of 1.2 grams per day. This seems to be the recommended dosage for effective results from beta alanine. Next supplement is something that a lot of us use, which is whey protein. Whey protein is particularly effective in resistance training. Following resistance training, incorporating whey supplements may contribute to enhanced muscle building. In a study, participants who consumed 20 grams whey supplement before and after resistance exercise exhibited greater gains in muscle mass and strength over a 10-week period compared to those who took a placebo. Another investigation revealed that athletes who consumed a whey supplement before and after a training session achieved the ability to perform more repetitions and lift heavier weights 24 and 48 hours after the exercise, respectively. It is crucial to emphasize that immediately after resistance training, the consumption of high quality protein source promotes muscle growth and aids in recovery. While whey supplements may be preferred over casein or soy in the immediate post exercise period due to their faster absorption, there is no evidence suggesting that they result in greater muscle growth over 24-hour period. Additionally, whey protein has been associated with potential immune system benefits. Participants taking whey supplements experienced a smaller dose in glutathione levels, linked to lower immunity after a 40-kilometer cycling time trial. Whey supplements seem to be not only helping with muscle building and muscle recovery, but also seem to be helping the immune function. That is the key takeaway from this. After intense exercise, additional protein is necessary to build new muscle proteins and repair damaged muscle cells. Current recommendations from scientists suggest athletes should consume between 1.3 and 1.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Precise amount of protein required for muscle building has been a subject of debate, with strength and power athletes tending to consume at the higher end of this range, which is 1.6 to 1.8 grams per body weight. So it is clear that protein supplementation is going to help not only for muscle building and muscle recovery, but also for maintaining immunity. It is, I think it is all the more important as we age. It becomes, protein intake becomes more and more important. All right, that's enough about protein. We talked about beta alanine, we talked about whey protein. Let us talk about BCAAs, which is branch chain amino acids. The best way to describe branch chain amino acids, BCAAs, is a combination of 3 out of 9 essential amino acids: valine, leucine, and isoleucine. The 3 BCAAs cannot be synthesized by the body on its own. These amino acids collectively constitute 1/3 of muscle proteins and play a pivotal role in the metabolism of skeletal muscle due to their distinctive properties. BCAAs facilitate the absorption of blood sugar by muscle fibers and influence the insulin signaling. Notably, leucine is of particular importance among these 3 BCAAs, serving a crucial role in regulating muscle protein synthesis and acting as a modulator even in the presence of hyperaminoacidemia. Additionally, BCAA supplements operate through various mechanisms, including reducing soreness and preventing muscle tissue breakdown during resistance and intense training. They contribute to the reduction of central fatigue, promote muscle function recovery, and maximize muscle protein synthesis. However, it seems that endurance athletes may not significantly benefit from BCAA supplementation. So they talk about how BCAA supplementation, branch chain amino acid supplementation, seems to be helping resistance training, which is strength training, by allowing you to recover faster and train more. However, for endurance athletes, this a study conducted at Florida State University indicated that while taking BCAA supplement before and during prolonged endurance exercise reduced muscle fatigues, similar effects were achieved by consuming a sports drink with carbohydrates. Another study involving long distance runners found that compared to a placebo, BCAA supplements taken 7 days prior to a marathon did not improve performance or reduce muscle damage. In essence, BCAAs do not appear to offer significant performance advantages during endurance exercises. It is very clear that BCAAs do not do much for endurance sports, but they tend to have beneficial effects for strength training. Okay, so the last thing that I want to touch is arginine. L-arginine is a non-essential amino acid naturally produced in the body, commonly known by names such as arginine, alpha ketoglutarate, and arginine ketoisocaproate. Numerous studies suggest that performance of elite athletes during anaerobic exercise remains largely unaffected by arginine supplements. In a study focused on AAKG supplements, athletes did not exhibit differences in nitric oxide or NO levels, blood flow, or performance. However, a review of multiple studies indicated that arginine supplements might offer modest benefit to novice athletes but not more experienced athletes or female athletes. The recommended safe dosage of arginine is up to 20 grams per day. While arginine is a naturally occurring amino acid, its supplementation seems to have limited impact on elite athletes during anaerobic exercise, as suggested by several studies. The potential modest benefit of for novice athletes highlighted in a review prompts further investigation into factors such as experience level, gender, that may influence the effectiveness of arginine supplementation. The specified safe dosage serves as a reference for individuals considering incorporating arginine into their nutritional regimen. Arginine, basically, it doesn't have much proof that it is beneficial. Okay, that is what it basically says. That is about it for the nutritional supplements. In this episode we talked about which supplements are high scientific basis. Creatine is one, caffeine is one, sodium bicarbonate is one, which is baking soda, and then nitrates or beet supplements seem to be very beneficial. Then beta alanine is something that is proven effective for very short and intense exercises. For maybe long endurance events, there are no proven benefits for from beta alanine, but short intense ones, yes. And whey protein, again we talked about whey protein, which is good for muscle building and muscle recovery. And we also talked about the recommended dosage, which is 1.3 to 1.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Additionally, we also talked about how whey protein supplementation could help with immunity as well. And then BCCAs, we talked about BCCAs. BCAAs seem to be helping in strength training athletes, but not so much in endurance activities. And lastly, arginine seems to be having not much backing in terms of its effectiveness overall. The paper also kind of summarizes it beautifully about supplements in general. In summary, sports supplements lack systematic regulation, and there is no guarantee that they fulfill their claims or do not contain prohibited substances. Major sports organizations, including United Kingdom Sports and US National Collegiate Athletic Association and International Olympic Committee, have policies advising against the use of sports supplements. It is recommended to prioritize a healthy diet and consult your medical team or sports nutritionist before considering any supplements. Further research is essential to comprehend the combined effects of various sports supplementation intake. So while while the paper discusses the effectiveness of various supplements, it also gives you a bit of a caveat saying all these major sports bodies advise against supplementation precisely because there is no systematic regulation in supplement companies. There is a recent study that found that lot of these companies, their supplements do not have the advertised amounts of supplements. So, and also some of them are found to be contaminated with toxic materials like lead contamination and stuff like that. So it is very important to consider what supplements you take, but also consider the source of those supplements to be very, very safe. Okay, that brings an end to this episode. I hope you found this useful. It turned out to be a little longer than anticipated, but I hope you found that useful. See you next week with another episode.